What it do? Young JLC, Miss Shot Nigga, shout out, man. Hey, we get down the way we get down each and every weekday morning, same time, same place. Look here, man. I ain't even feeling a lot of y'all, man. Today we got some real special guests in the building, man. I'm talking about, man. When we speak of the terms legendary, when we use those terms, you always want to see who behind the term.
Right.
And if a person come up short, you know how we are. People gonna be making faces. But when we use the term legendary, we really mean it, man. In the studio with us this morning, man, we got one of our own, man. I'm talking about a general, man. We got to salute this guy right here, man. He was the mayor before Andre. You know what I'm talking about? Jermaine Dupri in the building.
What's that?
Now, on another note, we got another guy, man, who I respect, man, and I admire a lot, man. Been watching this guy for a very long time. I've had the pleasure to be alongside him on these journeys and walks and different moments of hip-hop history. Ladies and gentlemen, we got, I want to say New Orleans own.
Yeah.
Currency in the building. Yeah. Man, it's a beautiful day, man. What the hell going on? Why is it that JD and Currency is in the studio with us this morning? I want to know this.
Well, because God real.
Okay.
One. Second of all, because I was inspired by my brother so much. I named a song after him a few years ago.
Word.
And he was moved to tell me come to the studio. And then our friendship just grew into something that,
that's
the whole
crazy.
world need to know about and they're going to hear about it,
That's one of them seeds you planted some time ago.
Yeah, I wasn't even tripping. I just was nodding my head, to somebody that was player, somebody that was on MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the first rapper I seen on MTV Cribs. I tell everybody all the time. The only people I seen on that was like Hulk Hogan. And then bro came like with the iceberg sweater, with the Ferrari and the Bentley.
Switching 4 lanes.
Said who was a big dog and who wasn't.
Yeah.
Let you know what you had to have
to
be a big dog.
Yeah.
That moved me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
JD.
Yeah.
What's the fill in the blanks on this, man?
He just gave it to you. It's just that, you know what I mean? It's just that black and white like that. Like we spoke about, me saying thank you for doing the song. You know what I mean? Like to have a song named after you is like pretty crazy to me, right? It ain't even like you can't even like ask nobody. Like I can't really ask none of my friends about this.
Like you had to stop and listen to it.
Like for real, like Usher ain't got no song.
Like Bow Wow ain't got no song.
I can't really ask my homies like, yo, how I feel. You know what I mean? Like y'all know, that ain't a feeling that you can just like that I can share with people. So
right.
We just got on the phone, we kicked it on, we was going back and forth on Twitter and talking. I'm like, man, you gotta come to Atlanta. And he was like, all right, now when I come out there, don't play around.
I know you up there. I was like, I know, you know what I'm saying, what part of the ladder you on. So don't front when I get there. Like, don't not answer the jack. I know how we get.
They
but
will
don't
do that, though.
Because I'm really I'm coming for real. I'm going to be there tomorrow, Jack. You know what I'm
My
saying?
bag.
Like, don't play. And he was on. He like, dog, like, why would I play? I'm like, all right, for sure. It just seemed a little, like, too good to be true, because I've had like a cool career. I've been in the game for a long time, but underground, and I've been able to do a lot through that, with my following. But somebody on his level, I didn't really think that I was on his radar. Even if I did have a song named Jermaine Dupri, I didn't think he would hear it. You don't think that when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't for this. It wasn't for this to happen.
I feel that.
It's just that was the name of the song because that's what I was talking about. Something player that I seen. You know what I'm saying?
It was for this to happen. You just didn't foresee it at that time.
Cue the gospel.
Okay.
God be so good. Ain't it?
Turn the organ on.
Only is the name of your project.
Yeah,
Tell us
absolutely.
about it.
Well,
I mean, it's actually like it's me and his record basically. I think people they don't really understand that it's a joint record between.
He rapping on that too. He ain't all over.
So it's my first. It's my first. I guess all like my first album that I'm putting out with my name on a record, basically saying it's my record, and in 20 years.
Wow.
Something like that. I ain't did that.
That first one was hard.
Yeah. So I mean, so I ain't put out no records like that. I mean, I've been rapping on other people's records and whatever, but I ain't put out my own album in a long time. So, this is the first of like 3 installments. We're gonna keep dropping records on y'all.
Okay.
We got like 40 in the bank, like 40 records put up already.
So how did it feel when you got here and y'all actually started working from writing the song Jermaine Dupri to being right here with Jermaine Dupri and making magic with him? Tell me that feeling.
Like when you get drafted to the league, I can only liken it to my younger partners, like when they get to the league, like the way they trip out of, like we play with homie on the game, but now I'm playing in the actual game with them. That's how I felt like about, bro. I've been in the game for a while, and I met hella people and worked with all kind of people, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like anytime I broke through the ceiling where I was with people on at this bracket, they carry themselves away. I can't. They're not really real enough for me. You know what I'm saying? And
So
dude was legit.
I feel that emotion. You never just slid and say, JD, let me whoop Bow Wow ass right fast for you.
Oh, Lord.
How did you segue to that?
Nah,
Because it's loyal.
I didn't see where I didn't see the connection.
What the hell?
Really bad.
Shawty, you crazy. Shawty, you
So
crazy.
you crazy.
That is the perfect word.
This
for
man
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess he's talking about when Bow Wow said that.
Look at her.
he didn't come up
She
with the-
she found her way to
with the
get that too. Now
106
she definitely.
with the 106 in part, because we was stuck on red with it.
I mean, listen. I'm a CEO, right? And if I sign artists, artists don't go to the office. Just for people out there that don't understand like
Right.
business, right? It's just like if your boss does something in the office that you work at, it don't even gotta have nothing to do with music. You don't know what your boss is doing. I'm the boss. It's my job to move my artists and do what they gotta do. And I don't think by the way, none of my artists know what I've done for them. I could probably bring up a bunch of other things and say that I did it, and people would be like, "No, you didn't," and you won't know because was you in the office with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that line when Drake say you weren't shooting shots in the gym with me. You wasn't shooting shots in the gym with me. We got here, but I mean, everybody got a ring, but I was in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times people don't understand that part of Jermaine Dupri. Like, I go to work. I wake up in the morning, like you just said, we in here, we doing what we got to do. I wake up in the morning. As soon as I walk out of here, I got a conference call about whole nother artist and a whole nother project, right? So it's like, do the artists know they sleep right now? They don't know what's happening. Right. They wake up and it's an adventure. They wake up and they see things that's happening in their life, and then at that point. By the way, I'm coming from a place of like I'm not trying to take credit from nobody. By the way, I wasn't trying to take credit from anybody at BET or anybody. I was trying to just like let people know what I do for my artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jock my artist, and we got an idea and we done talked about it, I'm gonna go make it happen. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was a situation where Bow Wow was my artist. When y'all saw the video of Big Mama's house, I think that's what I put him at the end of the video, and I put that in, and I saw like the excitement that these kids had about him. But we didn't have a TV show like this. TRL had a MTV had a show called TRL, right? And like he said, I was already on. I had did Cribs and all of this. So I saw what was happening at MTV and all these other places, but we ain't have this for us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have this activity for us, and it don't. I'm gonna tell you, it don't really take much for me to just be like, I'm gonna pick up the phone and call somebody,
right,
and then give them an idea, right? While I was sitting in there just now, right, waiting to come in here, I just text the CEO of Chick-fil-A, right, and I text him that he should let me talk to him about the plant-based sandwich that they about to put in there, because the first part of the text, the sandwich is they putting it in there and they saying it's plant-based, but they cooking it in oil that's not plant-based, right? So they should he should talk to me and let me talk to the people, and because I'm saying he'll sell way more if they do it the right way. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm taking credit for the Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'm just taking the initiative. I'm just taking the initiative to make sure it's right. And if it happened, right? If it happened, what'd you say?
You are responsible for this.
Yeah.
You're responsible
Yeah.
for
the real vegan.
That's just my idea. That's just how I move. I just move like that. So I mean, I guess like I said, when people hear me say things like this, because you don't hear me, I don't be out here trying to take credit for nothing. I'm not trying to take credit. I thought people knew this though. I thought people knew like JD will go like if it's some problem at the radio station, and I got an artist and y'all ain't playing their record, who gonna come up here? Not them. I'm coming. Miss Shanika, she's seen me her whole life.
The artists usually show up when you say something they don't like. That's when the artist ready to come up to the station. Huh? I heard you. Why you say that about me? That's when the artists want.
Oh yeah, they want to come up here on some beef. I'm coming up here on some business.
But I mean,
trying to get something done.
But just to piggyback on that, sitting here watching Kersey sit here with you, man, it is amazing because Kersey, I think we share that same type of that thought process when you look up to somebody for so long. I mean, like I almost was JD artist. And it would never
was for a day.
For like me,
one day.
Cause see what I was gonna say.
You went over there to bed.
No, hold on, listen. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that, cheekbones. Come on, cheekbones. Come on, cheekbones and eyelashes. Don't do that. No, what I'm saying is, JD was one of those. And you are. I'm not gonna say was, but for me at that time in my life as a teenager coming up, wanting to pursue a career in music, on the top of my list was JD as far as go-to for style, go-to for content. Before we even had content in the palm of our hands and our phones, JD, you were one of those people. And so when I sit back and I hear these stories, it's interesting where you say you thought people knew that. I sit back and I be feeling like I understand where you was coming from because I've seen you with my own eyes make magic. I've seen you with my own eyes create a thought, and that created a thought within me that helped me move on to bigger things. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you your flowers, man. You know, we weren't trying to come at you sideways about that, but this shit it was funny.
Listen, by the way, it don't feel sideways to me because I know that people don't understand what I actually do.
Founded 106 in Park. And
that's just what it is.
Park, you invented the vegan chicken sandwich. What? That's just happened. You didn't say it. It was said in the street.
Okay.
You put it in the atmosphere.
I'm just the voice of the street.
And I told him, I said, I could see Jermaine calling them like, yo, y'all need to get a TV show for African American. I got this little guy, and he could be Mr. 106 Park.
I'm saying, like, not to cut you off. When I did. I came when with I when I did the rap game. When I did the rap game, did y'all think Latto was gonna come from there? Did you think that these people was gonna come from that show? Y'all, nobody saw that happening, right? It's like, and I had people tell me, "Don't nobody want to hear no rappers, no little kids rap on TV." And I'm like, okay, well, you know. So now what? What does that?
I remember seeing when you kicked that out, JD, and I was like, wow, he back at it from a different angle with the TV spin on it, and to sit here in this same studio just a few days ago and Latto sat right here, I actually was thinking about that moment. Like, damn, JD has been critical for a lot, especially for Atlanta. And not just for Atlanta, for hip-hop, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I wore my starter jacket backwards a few times. I wore my jeans backwards. I thought I was
What happened with Latto, JD? Was she just not ready after the rap game? Because I never understood how come she wasn't your artist.
She was for the TV show. Okay. Like she won. I put a record out. I brought her up to the radio station. We went around. I introduced her to the world. That's what I was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. That was what you won on the show. From there, it was up in the air if we were supposed to work together. But I'm saying I focused on what was happening on the TV show. I wanted to sign all of them kids. I wanted all of them artists to have some kind of proper way to do it. And I tried to, I took all of them on tour and I tried to put them on tour buses. I was just trying to show them, like, give these younger artists an opportunity to see this life that I believe should be happening in hip hop. And a lot, like I said, people get lost in all of the different shuffles of it. I'm just straight business. I'm a business person. You know what I mean? It's a TV show. I sign you. I'm gonna take you to the TV. I'm gonna take you to the radio station. You're gonna meet Young Jock in the morning crew and all this. That's what I did, right? Everybody seen that, right? Did I not do that? That's what I did.
So speaking of being up here with Young Jock in the streets morning takeover, Miss Shanika and Shouter, we got currency right here. Yeah. Now we gotta play this record. We've heard the record, but for our listeners who may not have heard it yet, I want to play this record because I got some questions, and this conversation feels really relevant to the whole concept of what I'm hearing in this record, man. I want to play the record.
Why you got blonde hair?
Exactly.
Do I got blonde hair? Oh, Jay, Jay, I keep him talking.
And JD,
I keep him talking.
never did your wig for Kirk's birthday party.
That joke was fresh.
They number, 'cause yours was fresh. Jock in here with the
That ain't no
bug
wig,
on
though.
his head.
That ain't no wig though.
No, but he had a wig on, and it did not look as good as your wig.
I'm gonna make sure the next.
But no, I'm just saying, I not to cut you off. I know that every week something happens up here, so you have to change your hairstyle or something. So I'm just trying to figure out
how I even got to this. Me and Shanique and Shawty made a bet on the situation with Tory Lanez, and I didn't think he was gonna get convicted. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't think he was gonna get convicted. I thought it was gonna be some other BS come out at the end.
So that's
that's why I said
I still think
I
he
want to
innocent.
know why the man had blonde hair.
So naturally, so we made a bet that if he was found guilty, because we had an end for Shanika. If he was found innocent, she had to take her hair. She had to come in here with the braids that be under the hair. You know how they wear the braids?
Yes.
Under the lace front?
Whoa.
She won't have to come in here like that. You know what I'm saying?
She had to take her braids down and don't wash her hair, nothing. Just take it down and leave it there. Dandruff
We
and
gonna
everything.
film it.
Yes.
So one day they put out some fake news that Tory Lanez had been found innocent, and she was a real sport about it. She was like, "All right, y'all. So look, I still got to be presentable. I'm just going to get my little hair ready to come in." And then when it came out that it was fake news, it was like, "Damn." So then when the real news came out, she was so excited to cut my hair, and I mean, she cut that job. And so I had the bald head, and I put the little henna tattoos on it for a minute, and it was interesting. And then as it grew back, I said, I just want to try something else. And I blinded out.
All right,
I shaved 20 years off Shawty face.
Sure did. I had that full beard.
Oh,
had
damn,
a full
you did.
beard.
Yeah.
And she hit that, and my thing was I wouldn't cut my hair. I said shave my whole face, mustache, everything.
Yeah.
She's like, bet. She was with it, and she shaved everything off, and I looked like a muppet for about a day till my mustache grew back. and people, I said, let me see what it look with the goatee, and they like,
I appreciate y'all dedication to this job. Y'all dedicated, man.
It's
I like
really
that.
the bet.
I like
you
it.
know, you can't let a nigga renege on they bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had to live through.
I appreciate that.
So we want to hear this
very
record.
rich story behind these looks. That's a rich story behind these looks, man. This is a great place.
So you got that record queued up. I want to play this record. I want to do a quick analysis on this record because I actually heard it last night, and I was like, oh yeah, this easy. I see what's going on. Well, let's play it for our listeners and get into it. Y'all want to introduce it? Curtis?
Sorry, it introduced itself. It's already on. And he finna talk on it. Essence Fest, though, but he been saying in his voice, though.
Yeah.
It's on the thing.
Essence
It's
Fest.
good.
Okay, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
The new single, Essence Fest, we're going to take a listen. Currency, JD in the building.